UN matters because according to the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, a factor of the ongoing effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, the newly felt effects of the Russia-Ukraine war and the climate-related changes have severely impacted efforts to sustain peace and reduce poverty and inequality in the African continent, Binta Jallow reports.
At a news briefing at the United Nations headquarters in Geneva, Ahunna, UNDP's Assistant Administrator and Regional Bureau for Africa Director, said they have never experienced greater pressure and challenge on their ability to sustain peace and development on a healthy planet as experienced today. Ahunna said they have seen results from a global pandemic that upended the world and changed it forever, but also in terms of pre-existing conditions, rising poverty and inequality. Ahunna emphasized that global solidarity is needed more than ever.
We saw how COVID-19 complicated the effort to maintain or to overcome the insecurity there that's created by many forces, including violent extremism. And the impact of this, the consequences affecting lives and livelihoods, but also creating immense discontent among the population, which has led to a regression in democracy.
UNDP Africa Chief Economist and Head of Strategy, Analyst and Research Team, Raymond Gilpin, said the war in Ukraine is affecting the African continent's food, fuel and financing.
The global inflation that's being imported into African economies, because Africa is so dependent on imports for food, fuel, medicines, and consumer durables, we are going to see tensions. Whether or not this would spill over into violent protests is unclear, but what history, particularly recent history, has taught us is that this is a distinct possibility.
UNDP stressed that particularly in countries with upcoming elections where the electoral environment is already quite emotional and could lead to additional social pressure. As inflation rates are soaring, it is also becoming more difficult for households and companies to enhance property and reduce poverty. UNDP anticipates that about 100 million Africans who could afford sustainable energy before the COVID-19 outbreak will return to unsustainable resources. Binta Jallow, Eyeafrica News.